Hey y'all! So today I am filming the best of 2016, my favorites from 2016. I have so many favorites. I thought my head was going to explode trying to pick out everything. And I know I'm not centered. Let me just move over, whatever. Anyways, so I have quite a bit of stuff. I kind of did it by categories of like, favorite liquid lipstick, favorite lip gloss, face primer, eye primer, eyeshadow palette, single shadows, setting spray, brows, lip liner, eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. I'm looking over here, concealer, foundation. So things that if I were to run out of these things, I would go and I would repurchase them again because I have either found them this year, in the middle of the year. I tried to make sure that either I got it in the middle of the year or earlier this year or sometime last year. I did not want to talk about the same stuff that I talked about last year. I know last year I didn't make a video, but I know that I did post on Instagram the whole month of December of like favorite things. So, I wanted to try not to include those items again this year, like the Urban Decay Naked's concealer. I still love that concealer. I still used it this year, but I didn't want to include it. I wanted to include a different concealer that I like just as much. So let's just jump into it because there's a crap ton of products. I want to start with brows because I do my eyebrows first, and I found this year and I have completely used it up. I had to actually pull it out of my empties because there is absolutely no more left in it, and it is the famous Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in the shade soft brown. I got this from 08 Liter. I don't know if you've heard of it. But they did send me the wrong shade. I did ask for taupe, but this one actually worked for me and I made it work for me. It is kind of waxy. It is a little bit different. I didn't want to talk about the e.l.f. Brow pencil because I still love that. I'm on my second one. After I emptied this one, I am now using that one. I do like to use just brow gels if I want to be really quick. Currently on my brows right now is two just cheap brands, and I love them both, but this was a new find this year and I completely emptied it, and this is something that I would repurchase. I also do like my Unique brow pencil as well, but this is just the one that I'm going to be talking about because this was a find and it became a favorite, and I saw all what the hype was about. Next we are going to talk about eyeshadow primer. I probably talked about this last year. It's funny because my eyeshadow primers just haven't changed. Like if I had to pick my top three, it definitely would be the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and then the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and then the Unique Eye Primer. Those still are my top three eye primers. I do have some little cheap brands that I like. They're not just the top favorites. I don't know, when it comes to eyeshadow primer, I like higher end more than drugstore, I should say. I did just get the Milani one this past July or August. I haven't used it enough to say whether it's like a favorite or whatever, but this one is just my diehard, and that's the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I just can't go wrong with it. Now to eyeshadow palettes. I felt like this was the one that I used the most in 2016. My friend Jenna off of Instagram, she sent this. She actually bought this and had this sent to me from Sephora. I remember the day that it came, I was in tears because I couldn't believe what I saw with my own eyes. And this is the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. If you don't own it, you probably should. It is so pretty. There is not a lot of matte shades. There is just a few to get you by. There's about 3-4 matte shades, I would say. Most of them are shimmers, which I prefer shimmers over mattes. I honestly only need 1 or 2 mattes and I'm good to go. This palette, I just felt like it got a lot of use this year from me. I try to rotate things out. As far as lipsticks, I normally don't wear the same lipstick more than once or twice. I have so much stuff. Like, I just try to share the love with all of my eyeshadow palettes and not try to actually look through all of my eyeshadow palettes, and I don't have one eyeshadow palette that I've hit pan on an eyeshadow color. So, you know, I just felt like this one got most of the use. I looked at it and I was like, okay, it looks like I really have dug into these shades. So this was the one that I chose. Now for single eyeshadows, I have discovered these. I got this one for my birthday in May, so that was about the middle of the year, and I discovered this in July. Okay, so this isn't specific to color, this is. So my friend Elena sent this to me for my birthday. She said I had to have it. It's the Wet n Wild. This is just their single eyeshadow. It's a Color Iconic, and this is in the shade Brulee. If I was to have one matte shade for like the rest of my life, this would be it. If there is not a matte shade in the eyeshadow palette that I need to be my skin tone, this is what I will grab, because this is just spot on. I want to get one of these for my 20K giveaway because I just really like it, and it's only 99 cents. You can't beat it, and I just, like, for me only having it since May, like, I am pushing pan. Like, you can see it's going to peek through eventually. Like, this is just really good. And Elena said I had to have it, and she was totally right. Also, I want to talk about the Palladio Crushed Metallic Eyeshadows. I discovered these. Ooh, I almost dropped it. I discovered these back in July. This actually was the first one that I purchased. This is in the shade Supernova. I don't want to specifically talk about this shade because I have about 6 shades of these and I love them all. I have a purple one, I have a blue one, I have a silver one, I have a like bronzy one, and then I have like a gold, like a white gold one, and then I have this one which is like a maroon red berry shade. If you know me, I am into these plum kind of shades. So if I was to pick one out of all of them, this would be the favorite one. But I love all of the Palladio Crushed Metallic Eyeshadows. Like, I want them all. They are so pretty. They're so pigmented. So, you know, I've used enough of them to say that I love them. Next, I will talk about my face primer. This is the primer that I felt like I've been using the most here lately on my face, and this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. I'm like trying to make it go empty because I've had it for a hot minute, but I really do like it. It's not a silicone base. It literally squirts out like a moisturizer. It's literally white, and I feel like every time I put it on my face gets a little tacky, and I'm like, okay, stick. And it just, when I put stuff on it, it sticks. I actually used this today because I used a luminous foundation. So this is just, it's so good. Next, I'm trying to keep it in a certain order, but I always get sidetracked. Next, I want to talk about the foundation. This is actually my second bottle. I have finally finished my first bottle. This is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation, and it's weird because the other shade that I finished was 115, and this is 110. So I think I'm in between 115 and 110. If they had like a 112, that would make my life better. Or if they had one that had a pink undertone, because this is more of like a neutral, or maybe more neutral than yellow. The other one makes me look a bit orange. During the summer, I can pull off 115, but I prefer 110. But, you know, I'd rather just have, I like to mix them, and that gets me right where I want to be. But these are so good. The only downfall that I hate about this foundation is it does not come with a pump. Like, Maybelline, can you please make this with a pump? Please? Like, it's only $6. Can you please make this with the pump? I would have talked about my Infallible Pro Matte, but, you know, I'm out of it. I finished it a while back this year, and I talked about it last year. So this is actually like the second runner-up when it comes to drugstore foundations. I also like the Rimmel Stay Matte that goes with this face primer, but I wanted to talk about this one because this is my second bottle of this foundation. So And drugstore is really good. Like, I have a lot of $40 foundations, you know, and Unique was my favorite. Unique was my favorite last year. I actually finished my Unique bottle this year, actually like a month or two ago. But I just wanted to talk about something that I felt like has been a favorite for a little while. So next thing, this I know that I probably wasn't the only one, but I know that I recommended this to Kathleen Knights and she bought it and she talked about it because this is just so good and nobody ever thinks of it. This is the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Powder, loose face powder, and I got the shade in translucent. This is so good. Like, I've refrained from using it because if I run out, I'll probably freak out. I've tried to use my other powders, so currently I did use the LA Girl Pro like translucent powder, didn't like it. I'm currently using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in translucent. I do like it, but I would prefer a loose powder, even though the loose powder gets everywhere. If I was going to pick up pressed, it would be the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. If I was going to pick a loose powder, this would be it, and this bitch is only like $3. So if you haven't tried that, you probably should. Okay, so now I'm just going to talk about mascaras. The mascaras that I found this year that I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're so good. And I absolutely love them. If you've never tried these mascaras, you need to. And you need to buy the primer with it. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. It's the original. This is the primer, and then this is just the mascara. My friend from Instagram, Vanessa, she sent these to me and she was like, you need these. And I was like, I have like a drawer full of mascaras and they're all opened. I don't need any mascaras. When I tried these, I was like, oh my gosh. Because, you know, Too Faced Better Than Sex has been my favorite for a hot minute. Like, I currently still have it on my eyes right now because I have like 3 minis of those things and I'm trying to use them all. But these are so good. And you can use this primer with any mascara and it makes it go pfft. But I have been using this. And I bought this during the 21 Days of Beauty for Ulta. And this is the IT Cosmetics Tightline Full Lash Lengthening Black Primer with Peptide Enhancing Serum. I use this on my bottom lashes. As you can see, I don't really have any bottom lashes at all. This just gives me the right look. It's small enough of a wand just to give me exactly what I want. And I have actually been using this here lately as a primer on my top lashes and then putting my mascara over top of it. And it just, whoa, it blew me away. But I think this one does it a little bit more for my top lashes. I haven't used this one in a little while because I have some mascaras I'm trying to get rid of. But these are really good. Really, really good. Really good. Okay. Whew. Good Lord. I feel like I'm going to be here forever. Okay, next I want to talk about highlight. I had to, I have so many highlights and I love so many of them. But this one is just really good for the price. And I keep seeing some of my friends get this illuminating, I can't even talk, get this highlighter palette from e.l.f. And this is their e.l.f. illuminating palette. It comes with 4 shades. I have had this since my birthday, and my friend Elena bought it for me, and I really, really, really wanted it. I know you can't really see, but I have really dug into these shades, and I really like them, like, a lot. Like, these top 2 shades together, this white one and this pink one, if you mix them together, it is super pretty. Like, this is just so good for $6. Like, I love it. Like, this, if I would pick a palette to travel with, this would be one that I know that if somebody steals it, I'm not going to cry about it because it's only $6. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so let's talk about bronzer and blush. Oh, good Lord, I have so much. The bronzer that hit it out of the park this year, and if you don't have it, you freaking need it. The Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have the shade Light Bronzer. They also have one that's just called Bronzer. This smells so freaking good. I love this bronzer. This bronzer just hit it out of the park for me. The smell, the color, the consistency, the blendability, everything. This I don't like the brush. I just keep the brush because it's cute, I just keep the brush in here. But I love that. It's so good. The next thing that I'm going to talk about, this is the only thing that I own from Nars. My friend Christina sent it to me, and this is the Nars Blush in Goulue. I wish I was Sephora VIB because I could buy this full size. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of it. It was hard for me to decide which blush because this one was really good for 2016. I used it quite a bit, and I also used Urban Decay 8-Hour Blush and Rapture, which I got for Christmas last year from my friend Elena. But I felt like I just used this one more. I know it's a mini, but I have a good feeling that I'm probably going to hit pan on it by next year because I just love it so much. Or maybe I'll just like not use it because I don't want to lose it. But I really like that. It's really good. Okay, so let's talk about an eyeliner. Where's my other eyeliner? Oh, sorry. Let's talk about eyeliner and lip liners. Okay, so if I had to pick one lip liner that I have quite a few of these and I absolutely love these. I got these for Christmas last year and I absolutely love these. These are by Essence and I have Elena bought me like all the colors. So if I was to pick a lip liner, this would be it. I do love the unique lip liner still, but this is they're so good for the price value. They actually just came out with the retractable ones, the ones that you can turn down. You don't have to, they're not wood, they're nice and creamy. I need to try those because I really like these. Crazy though, I hardly ever use lip liner. I didn't even use lip liner today. Anyways, okay. So the eyeliner that has hit it out of the park for me that I just put in my waterline and I think this bitch does not move. And I have like 5 or 6 shades of this specific eyeliner, and it is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner. It's in the pencil form. I have the pot form. It's not bad, but I prefer the pencil because this is great for my waterline. As soon as I put it in my waterline, it does not move. This was the first shade that I purchased. This is in the shade Get Paid. As soon as I seen Kathleen Lights talk about it, I was like, that looks so pretty. The bitch didn't move out of her waterline. I had to buy it, test it out for myself. I love it. I think I own like 5 shades. I want every shade of these. Like, they're so good. And they're only $5. Can you beat that? Now, the liquid liner that just hit it out of the park for me. Every liquid liner, if I compare it to, this is the blackest liquid liner that I own. And it is the all-famous Kat Von D Inked Liner in Trooper. I got this past summer. I got this in July, I think, and it is a mini, and I was so sad when I emptied it because, yes, it is empty. I'm sad. I need a full size. The other one that comes in second place to this one is the BH Cosmetics one, but this one is just so good. Like, the tip is just so good. I just absolutely love this. Like, I have my unique liquid liner and it just doesn't compare to this, and the only reason why it doesn't is because this one is super black. Like, my unique one is kind of like a gray. I don't understand why they said it was black. When you swatch it on your hand next to it, it just doesn't compare to this one. This one is just super black, and when people say it's good, when people hype it up, people are like, oh, it's probably not that good. No, the hype is real. It's real. All right, same thing with this, okay? This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. People were like, people hyped about this so much. And my friend Jess off of Instagram actually bought this for me for my birthday this year. And as you can see, I have used it. Like, out of all the contour palettes I have, which I have quite a few, I don't have a lot, but I have at least like 3 or 4. This one is so good. Like, it is so good. Like, I don't know. I just think it's perfect. It's like the contour shades are not orange. They're the like ashy brown contour shades that I like. I would prefer a more cool tone because I'm pale. Like today I'm wearing a more warm tone and I had to like really blend it out because I looked like an Oompa Loompa. Like, I just prefer a more cool tone. So like Hoola bronzer, those kinds of things. Actually, Hoola bronzer was another favorite bronzer, but just Physicians Formula just hit it out the park. But this is good. All right, I have 4 more things to talk about. I know, 20 minutes and I can talk your ear off, I know. Okay, so I have a concealer. So the concealer I want to talk about is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. I have the lightest shade in shade 10. I wish that they would make this 1 shade lighter. But this one, I can make this one work for me. I'm wearing it today underneath my eyes, of course. And this concealer is like they literally said it was a dupe for the Urban Decay concealer. It is. It's super, super good. Like, I actually really like this. I did not like the foundation at all. And then putting the foundation with this concealer, like, it just burned. And I didn't like it. But I really like this concealer. It's pretty good. It is, I think it's like between like $7 to $10, whatever. All I know is it's good. If you are on a tight budget and you want the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, get this one because it's, well, it's that good. Okay, so now I have a liquid lipstick and a lipstick and a lip gloss to talk about. Okay, so this is not specific to any shade. I love this shade, but I have like 6 or 7 of these. And this is the Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipstick. Okay, I know I probably might have talked about these in an Instagram post last year on my last year's favorites. I only owned 1 of these last year. I had got the shade Serenity first. I won it in a giveaway last July and I absolutely loved it. So I bought more. So I have like Share, Ecstasy, Invasion. Who knows? I have like a cup full over there. These are so, so good. Like, they are a little dry, but they don't like crumble off. My lips don't, I feel like my lips don't flake. Like, I just really like these. I really like them. Like, hello, I really like them. Okay. It's hard for me to decide on lip products because, like I said, I try not to wear the same lip product. I wear a different lip product. This is my second time wearing this lip product. The first time I wore it, it was all crumbly and didn't look good. Today it's actually doing okay, but I haven't looked close up in the mirror. And I actually got it to lay down, but I put a lip treatment on my lips before I put it on. Anyways, that's beside the point. Let's talk about the lipstick. The lipstick that I chose for my favorites, it's because I have 12 of these lipsticks. 12 of them. They're only $2. It is the Wet n Wild. They're the megalast lipsticks. I think that's what they're called. This is in the shade vintage vibe. I have a lot of these. Like I said, 12 of them. So this was just the first one I pulled, and this is actually one of my favorites out of the bunch. But I like them all. If you don't have any of these, go get them. Go get like Raven Raisin or Raven Raisin was one of my first ones, and I really liked it. But that one's it's so good. Okay, and then a lip gloss. If I love a lip gloss, it's saying something because I'm not a big lip gloss fan. This was one of the lip glosses I wore quite a few times this year, and I absolutely love it. I wasn't a huge fan for liquid lipstick. I only had 1. People kept saying maybe I needed to get another one and try it out again. Who knows? I have so many lip products though. It's beyond crazy. Like, I think I have at least 300, maybe to 400 lip products. That's liquid lipsticks, lip glosses, any kind of lipstick, chapstick, whatever. Anyways, moving on. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Undressed. When people raved about this, I bought it. I loved it. It is gorgeous. It's a really pretty lip gloss. It's a nude lip gloss. If you don't have this one, you probably need it. But that is it for, I know that's a lot of products. I tried to get it down. But that is it for this video. This is what I have been loving for the 2016 year. I know that there is more products that I love besides these, but if all this went bye-bye, I would repurchase it again because I love it that much. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, love bugs.